Can you please give a very warm welcome to the convener of the Stop the War Coalition, indeed one of the founders of Stop the War Coalition, Lindsey. Woo!
It's tremendous to see such a big crowd here today, and I'm sure all of us feel exactly the same way. Not another war in the Middle East, which is going to lead to thousands and thousands more deaths, which will lead to a greater instability, and which will lead probably to a bigger war in the Middle East than anything that we have seen in our lifetimes. But that is what David Cameron is offering us this week. And we're here to say we don't want another intervention. We have had humanitarian interventions going back to Kosovo, going back to Afghanistan, going back to Iraq and going back to Libya. And in every one, more people were killed as a result of those interventions. More people were made refugees. So when you have people saying, what can we do? Why should we be doing something which has been proved to make things worse? Albert Einstein said the definition of insanity was to keep doing the same thing in the hope that you would get different results. There won't be different results because the imperial powers do not change. They do not change their behaviour, they do not change the way that they operate. They are there to divide up the Middle East in their own interests, not in the interests of the people there. And that is why we have to oppose the war. And when people say chemical weapons have been used, I'm totally opposed to chemical weapons. I'm opposed to their use by whoever uses them. I'm opposed to their manufacture. But can we please remember that the United States used them, Agent Orange in Vietnam, which led to birth deformities for generations to come, white phosphorus and depleted uranium in Fallujah in Iraq, which are still leading to terrible birth deformities in that country and cancers and all sorts of other things. And they sold chemical weapons to Saddam Hussein. This is the government that we're dealing with, and our government has gone along with every single thing that they have done. And they are saying in the next day or two they are going to produce evidence of chemical weapons used by the Assad government. We really should be sceptical of this, because 10 years ago Colin Powell gave us evidence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. That was a lie, and they are building this case for war on lies. And tomorrow the MPs in Parliament should do what not enough of them had the guts to do 10 years ago, and vote against the government and vote against the other parties if they are supporting this war. We should demand of our elected representatives they listen to public opinion, which is overwhelmingly against this war. There is one final point. They are cutting people's benefits, they're cutting the health service, they're cutting education, yet every time they want a war, this is millions if not billions of pounds that is being spent to wage misery and destruction across the Middle East. Let's start saying we're fed up with austerity, we're fed up with war, we're fed up with this government, and we're fed up with the opposition if it doesn't start opposing. So let's organise now, be there on Saturday, come tomorrow if you can to lobby your MP, do everything you can to build a mass movement. They ignored us over Iraq. We're not going to allow them to destroy the world in the way that they tried to do then. Keep campaigning, keep organising, and we are going to win against this government.
Thank you very much, Lindsey.